Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel and to a brand new episode of Writing Wednesdays. Today we've got another new question, so let's have a look. Most of our information comes from the internet nowadays. Some people say that a large part of the information that we get is incorrect. Do you agree or disagree? So first up, you need to figure out what kind of essay this is, and this is very much just a traditional, straightforward opinion essay. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to first pick a side. So do you support this? Do you think that most of the information online is incorrect, or do you think that it is correct? I agree. I think most of the information is wrong, especially now that you have bots and AI everywhere. So that's my point of view. I agree with the viewpoint, so I'm gonna have my main ideas as usual. So I'm gonna write my main ideas first. Oops, the text is too small. Let's make that bigger. Okay, main idea, and then reason 1, 2, 3, and then the next main idea and the next reasons. There we go. Okay, I agree that the information online is mostly incorrect. Let's see. Most websites, they don't really have fact checking. Anybody can post anything. Anybody can post anything on the internet. So the internet allows anyone from any part of the world to post anything they want. That's just a fact. There is, of course, nowadays on Facebook, you have all this fact checking and you've got community notes on Twitter and whatnot. But come on, it's still very, very easy to write and create anything. So that's just what the internet is. Post anything from anywhere at any time. And that's one reason why a lot of the information tends to be incorrect. Another reason is there has been an ever increasing amount of information, or amount of bots and artificial intelligence. There is an amount of content being created by bots and artificial intelligence. When I was a teenager, we had bots. They were really annoying. Like, they would make fake posts and scammy stuff, but they were very easy to spot. And that's exactly why you have CAPTCHA and all these things, right? So that bots cannot post or cannot create an account, etc. But now we have to deal with AI everywhere, and AI is hilariously wrong. In fact, there was, I don't know, I saw this tweet and somebody had asked Meta AI if 1.1 was bigger or 1.09 was bigger, something like that. And the AI gave out the wrong answer. So yeah, you cannot trust everything online. It's just the Wild West. A large part of the information is incorrect. You often have echo chambers, right, where similar people post similar things and avoid, or prevent any other information. There are websites which can be echo chamber. An echo chamber is where no dissenting, information is allowed. So if you stumble on a website like that, then you think, oh, well, all the information here, is just about this one thing. That must be true, right? So there is no verification. There's no verification on most sites, right? You can post anything you want. I can go on and post on Twitter, Facebook, etc. that dolphins are responsible for earthquakes. And nobody can do anything about it. Okay, so yeah, it's just the nature of the internet. There's no verification on most websites, and it's just tough, to there's no verification. I think this should actually be my number one There we go. Difficult to control information online. Even though there are, certain measures, like I said, there's fact checking, there's community notes on Twitter, but you don't see that. It's just the most popular posts that get fact checked. Like if somebody with a small audience, let's say, 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers, they can pretty much post whatever they want and get away with it. It's only when something becomes very popular and then it attracts attention and then it gets fact checked. So yeah, many echo chambers exist. Yep. And of course, the problem is that it is so easy. It takes very little effort for bots to create content. AI is not intelligent, right? It just curates online info. Sorry, AI, if you're seeing this. Because who knows, maybe AI really is intelligent and maybe it really is sentient. It takes very little effort for bots to create content everywhere. Lots of fake accounts as well. Non-intelligence curates online info, is often dangerous. And especially in terms of, for example, health, or other things, and you can often spread propaganda online, propaganda accounts, right? So, although propaganda accounts are not really, I would say, there's no verification. I think this is actually just this, and then you have this right here. Propaganda accounts as well. Sometimes they are state funded also, or organization funded. That depends. People have ulterior motives, right? Is often dangerous, especially when it comes to health. There we go. So I've got my ideas. Perfect. And then we're going to do our introduction. So what's the topic? The internet. Great. So, the internet has become an irreplaceable part of the modern human's life. With human's life, and it is nearly impossible to imagine living without the ability to get all sorts of information online through a computer or a cell phone in hand. However, the quality of information found on the internet leaves a lot to be desired. I guess this is a little vague, so I'll just be more clear. Found on the internet, it can often be dubious at best. The quality of most information online is often dubious at best and downright dangerous at worst. Okay, right. So I've got my main idea. I'm going to take that. This is the premise that the internet essentially works on. Well, I don't know if this is a good sentence. Oops, I've already said anybody, so I'm not going to repeat. This is the premise that the internet essentially works on. It takes almost no effort to create accounts and post content on any website online. And this content is hardly ever verified, as it is difficult to control information online. except in some rare cases, such as Facebook fact check and Twitter's community notes. Just a second. So you can see fact check, community notes. You can see the C and FC. These are capitalized just because this is in this case a proper noun, right? Because it's a feature. It's the name of a feature. So that's why. I don't know if it's fact check or fact check like this. I'm just going to leave it like that. Which still only apply to a few popular or viral posts. Another major issue with online content is the fact that many propaganda accounts and websites exist to further certain ulterior motives by wait a second. Another major issue with online content is the fact that many propaganda accounts and websites funded by certain countries' governments and non-governmental organizations exist to further their this is fine. This is just change language. There we go. Exist to further their ulterior motives, and gullible people can easily be swayed. Maybe I can give an example of, well, this might be controversial, but you have the World Economic Forum. But anyway, that's kind of let's not get into conspiracy theories. Okay, okay, so then I've got the echo chamber thing. Okay, all right, so I need to think of a transition as well, right? You know, like another issue, this is the major premise, etc. So you need to think of your transitions. You might use furthermore, moreover, most importantly, etc. Those are also very good. I just prefer using slightly different ones just because I'm trying to show you a better example. That's all. There's nothing wrong with using furthermore, in addition, etc. Perfectly good. And even other than such websites, other than that, there exist many echo chambers online where people with similar views and ideals gather. And you know, whether consciously or unconsciously, whether well, not unconsciously obviously, but I mean to say whether by design or by accident, right? And whether by design or by accident, many websites and forums online, many groups, websites, that's fine. For forums, groups, everything is fine. Where people with similar views and ideals gather, and whether by design or by accident, create what are known as echo chambers. Echo chambers is a very like internet slangy term. You know, what are known as echo chambers, where only one viewpoint, right? Only one viewpoint is promoted and allowed. Dissent is snuffed out quickly. And dissenting views are snuffed out quickly, leading to biased views. Oh, oops. Opinions, ideals, leading to, this is fine. Leading to, what's the problem with echo chambers is that many websites and forums online, if people with some of these ideas gather, which is not by accident, create what are known as echo chambers. Only one viewpoint is promoted and allowed, and dissenting views are snuffed out quickly, leading to Yeah, biased views was fine. I don't know. But this is like getting too big. That's another concern that I have is this is already, whoops, again, I have a problem with my word count. Well, let me just refresh the page real quick. We'll just take a few seconds. There we go. And then I'm gonna check right here. Whoops, this thing takes a while to load. There we go, tools, word count. Because again, you don't want to end up writing like a 200-word paragraph. That would be very, I mean, you can, nothing wrong with that, if you want to. Okay, let's see, this is now, okay, that's 163. You know what I was saying, right? You don't want to write a 200-word. Maybe this is too big. That's fine, that's fine. Let it be. Okay, so let me finish this up. Therefore, it allows, yeah, the internet allows all kinds of information to be spread unchecked. There we go. And the next one. There has been, it has been starting, this has been a problem since forever. In fact, bots are a relatively old phenomenon. There we go. Bots are a relatively old, whoops. There we go, because a phenomenon. Okay, so bots are a relatively old phenomenon, due to which tools like CAPTCHA were, devised or invented. As it takes very little time and effort for a bot or a legion of programmed bots to create a massive amount of content everywhere, flooding websites with nonsensical spam. Okay, why? I mean bot. Okay. We don't call them robots, we call them bots. Literally, that is the right term for them. It's not a short form, but like when we say bot, it specifically means like, a thing that spams information. For one, massive amount of content everywhere, flooding websites with spam. And then AI. And what else? However, we now have a new monster to, sorry AI, I'm calling you a monster. I don't intend to do that. AI is very helpful, but to contend with artificial intelligence. Posts made by tools such as ChatGPT or Meta AI have taken over the internet and are slowly becoming indistinguishable from content. Whether, I don't just mean text, right? Content, whether text or video, made by real human beings. So what was my other point? The problem with this, the problem is not the fact that AI creates content, but that it is not truly, as it merely scrapes, collates, and what does it do? It what's the term? You have a text and then you rewrite it. Yeah, so it is merely scraps, collates, and hold on, I have to read my text once more. Yeah, paraphrases. that AI creates content, but it's not truly intelligent as it merely scrapes, collates, and paraphrases information without truly checking if it is correct. It's often dangerous. What else? All of this, artificially created information is spread out very easily. It spreads rapidly. I'm talking about dangers. Okay, it gets spread quite rapidly online, and because of its dubious nature, it can often be, I don't like this sentence. Let me try something else. Let me read the content. There has been an ever-increasing amount of content being created by bots and artificial intelligence. In fact, bots are a relatively old phenomenon due to which tools of capture were first invented. It takes very little effort for a bot to create a massive amount of content everywhere, flooding websites with spam. However, we now have a new monster to contend with: artificial intelligence. Post-AI tools such as ChatGPT or Meta AI have taken over the internet and are slowly becoming indistinguishable from content, whether text or video, made by real human beings. The problem is not the fact that AI creates content, but that it's not truly intelligent, as it merely scrapes, collates, and paraphrases information without checking if this is truly correct. When this information is spread rapidly, it can often be dangerous, especially when it comes to topics related to health and the legal system, related when it comes to especially when it comes to certain sensitive topics such as health, right? What else? Such as health, education, and the law. Often it gives you the wrong kind of advice. So, the reliability of information on the internet is questionable. Questionable at best. There we go. And then we're going to have a conclusion. So in conclusion, it is evident that I've got two things over here. First, I have to restate my opinion that one cannot trust what one sees, reads, or watches online, as there is no real filter, and most content is usually fake. There's a theory, by the way, it's called the dead internet theory. Very cool, and the more time I spend online, the more I think that it makes a lot of sense. Have you ever seen, like, if you're on Twitter, you almost always every day have a new follower, and it's just somebody with no profile picture who's following like 7, 8, 9,000 people, and they have no tweets. Or if you have a new Facebook account or something like that, you will often be recommended a lot of videos and stuff, and all the videos have really nonsense comments that make no sense. So wow, it's kind of scary, actually. Anyway, it's evident that one cannot trust one reads or watches online. There's no real filter, and most content is usually let's say most content is usually there's no, what to say, okay, bots. Okay, so most content is usually, I don't want to use the word fake. Why? Because, well, it's a bit of a casual term. So most content is usually most content is more and more less, well, most content is either spam or rehashed information from all over the internet. Okay, and then if one were to blindly believe all that one were to see, could lead to some disastrous results. It could lead to, I mean, if you trust everything you see and you see, oh, this website said that if your ear aches, then just take maybe, I don't know, almond oil and add, this herb or that thing, and you could really end up, damaging your health, your body. Okay, so that's that. Ooh, that's a lot of content. Let's see the entire word count. So this is 457. Okay, I clearly had a lot to say about this topic. So that's our introduction. You can pause the screen, by the way. That's body paragraph 1. That's body paragraph 2. And that's the conclusion. There we go. So don't forget to click on like if you found the video helpful, and leave a comment down below in case you want to share anything, you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, you just want to talk, whatever. Just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Meanwhile, we have a lot of other videos for speaking as well, by the way, so don't forget to check those out, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.